Hi, this is Nancy Ellen with the Crafty Yarn Barn, and I'm going to show you today 2 quick tips or hacks working with this awesome loop yarn. It's so fun, but sometimes as you're working through your projects, you get to work so fast that you may skip over a loop several rows below where you're working, and you realize you've gone so far. What do you do with that loop? So I'm going to show you that. Also, I'm going to show you if you're working a really big project and you don't want to go back and pull out your row, and as you're coming across you realize that you have an extra loop hanging out here. I'll show you how to fix that as well. So let's get started. So this is some really great yarn to work with. It's super fun, but you can skip over a loop accidentally. And how to fix this: if you're several rows down from where you're working and you don't want to pull out that entire project, a quick way to fix this I'm going to show you. You have to be really careful. You just need some scissors, and you need to come to this yarn where this loop is. Now these loops are connected by some thread. You see that white thread there? You only want to cut through into that thread. Be careful not to cut this yarn right here. So we're going to open that loop up a little bit, find that thread, and get your scissors, and you're just going to snip it, barely snip it, and that loop's going to come apart. So you no longer have a loop. Now what you're going to do is you're going to actually cut the thread right up here at the top where you have 2 equal pieces, and you're going to tie it off. Once you tie it off into a knot, no one's going to be able to tell it's there. You're not going to have long enough tails here with your knot to sew it in, but we're going to tie it off, and then we're going to snip those little pieces. Pull it pretty tight, and then snip these little yarn tails as close as you can to where your knot is, and just be careful not to cut through that knot. And there, as you're looking at your project, it blends in and no one's going to tell it's there. Now the other hack that I'm going to show you is if you're working back through the yarn on the row before and you see that you did skip over a loop. A quick easy way to fix this is, as you're working down, you can either put it in the one before or the one after, but you're going to double up those loops. So I'm going to gently pull out the yarn out of that stitch, and I'm going to place them both back to back, just right on top of each other, and pull them back through that stitch, that same stitch, and they're doubled up there. And then I'm going to keep continuing working my yarn, pull my knit stitch through, and then right here is where I've doubled it up, and I'm going to make sure I pull them both up. I'm going to pull this piece of yarn off my working yarn through the project, both of them through at the same time, and what happens is that extra loop that was hanging out there is now worked right into our project. And as we work back and forth on our rows, you're never going to see that. So let me go ahead and put a couple more stitches in here, and I'll turn it over and show you that it blends right in with the project. See how it lays flat there? You don't even see it. It's going to just blend right in. And as I turn it over, it's this stitch here. It's this one here. You see a little bit there. It's not much, and it's going to blend right into the project as it's laying there, and no one's going to be able to tell. No one's going to be to the wiser. So that's it. A quick tip of the day. And this is Nancy Ellen. Be on the lookout for more videos coming your way on working with this awesome loop yarn. I have some stitch patterns I can't wait to share with you. So have a great day, and we'll see you soon.